In this video, I will show you the difference between an ABO campaign and a CBO campaign and which campaign you should actually use. And if you're new here, my name is Vincent and I started running ads around 2016, where I scaled an e-com brand from 50K a month to 150K a month on a consistent basis with just Facebook ads and Google ads. Ever since then, I started my agency called Chipper, where I help e-com brands, coaches, consultants, and course creators scale their brand to 6 and 7 figures with just Facebook brand and our identity hooking system. And so today I will be talking about ABO and CBO and what the difference is and which one you should use. ABO, it's basically ad set budget optimization, which explains it in the name itself. It is you're putting your budget on ad set level. And CBO is campaign budget optimization, and it will basically dictate the budget on campaign level to which ad set it should spend the money. One of the biggest advantages with CBO is that you actually let Facebook decide where to spend the money. If you want more control, you can use an ABO structure. We used to use it in the past, but we're just seeing way better results with CBO. Because ABO, every single ad set you have to put in new budget, while with CBO you can just do a daily budget and Facebook would optimize itself. You can of course still use a type of ABO budget optimization inside a CBO with minimum ad spend. But the biggest things that we saw is the improvements with a CBO campaign compared to an ABO campaign. So let's just dive straight into the ad accounts. As you can see here, in the beginning of our agency days, while we used to run ads for our own agency to get clients, I was using a ABO campaign. As you can see, ABO, 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 and here as well, this was a CBO, but all the rest was ABOs, as you can see. The biggest reason that we actually pulled back from doing ABO is just because we saw the biggest difference in improvement. As you can see here, it's ABO, it's 5. The results are not the greatest. The cost per result are not the greatest. And then every single time you launch a new ad set, you have to put in new budget. So you just might start off with a $15 daily budget, but then every single time you add more to it, it might go up and up. And as you can see, you're just spending the same amount of budget and not seeing the biggest improvement because you don't know what ad set Facebook is preferring. All of them got 1, but as you can see, the cost per results are completely different. While when we started with a CBO campaign, as you can see here, it was just $10 a day. So I would say almost quarter less budget than the previous one. Spent a lot of money with 60 schedules for a call, basically call booked for $75. We did that as well. We duplicated and we started scaling it as well. And that's just the biggest thing, is you can start testing way more different things. As you can see, you start off with the main one and then you start implementing different one, broad claims, fugly ads, UGC, etc. And as you can see, Facebook just automatically optimizes the budget. The broad one was getting the best results and also was getting the most amount of calls booked in, which makes complete sense. And so that is what we kept on doing, and we kept on testing and testing. As you can see, for example, here in October, we tested a lot of different ads from the broad to literally like 10 different ads. And you can see that Facebook was automatically optimizing the spend. The POV ones were getting the best cost per results and also just the most amount of bookings. And so, for example, in the beginning, the broad one, we spent $20, we didn't get any schedule. And then we implemented the second one. That one got more spent. The third one didn't get a lot of spend, so we turned it off. And then we just kept on testing and testing. With ABO, you don't necessarily know which ad set is doing better because you're spending the same amount of money every single time. What you can do with CBO though is, for example, you launch a campaign and you feel like the new copy ad set is not getting enough spend. So what you can do is you can go to the budget, you can scroll down here under budget and schedule, and you click on, I want to have at least €5 a day that is spent towards that ad set. Usually we don't do it except if we feel like that ad set or those ads are actually high quality and it will convert. But usually we just don't do it. And that is exactly what we've been doing for the other brands as well. It's all CBO because that gives us the best amount of view of what type of ads are working the best and which one we should focus on, create more on. And also with CBO, for example, and with creative testing, if you have one video that is performing super well and you see that that hook rate is performing super well, you take that hook, plug it into ChatGPT, into Claude, create new variations, 3 to 5, you make new videos, you launch a new creative batch, so 006 in that CBO, and you can automatically see after 7 days which one is doing better, and if that 006 ad set is overtaking the 005 ad set because you created new and better ads. While with ABO, you're not able to do that because you just do $50 a day on the 005 creative batch and $60 or $50 on the 006 batch. So you don't necessarily know what type of ad is working better because you're just giving them the same amount of spend. And that, in my opinion, is a reason why you should be using a CBO campaign instead of an ABO one. And so I would say start implementing it. You will see the results, and you will also start creating way better ads because of that. If you like this video, just make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.